good. Block Clear, the Mobcast Mafia podcast. We first place, never last. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a quality introduction right there.
You did.
Quality introduction. So, obviously, you're a creative operating in this beautiful blurry space that we're in. But tell us a little bit more about you specifically and what you do. And, of course, feel free to tell us about the podcast.
Oh, for sure. So, my name is Gens, but I go by Block Clear on my podcast, mainly because... that's just the name I chose, you feel me? But what I do for the Mobcast Mafia podcast, I am the head of IT. I'm the head of alternative solutions. So that means if something breaks down, I'm the one to find an alternative solution to fix it. And if I can't find it, then I pass it out to one of my capable homies that can fix it. On the anime podcast, we usually discuss things, anime rankings. We have cosplayer interviews, and we talk about all things anime. Our job on the podcast is to have you sitting in your car, but you feel like you're sitting at the lunchroom table with your homeboys talking about whether Luffy could beat Goku in the fight. Wow. That's our job, right? And for me, what I provide to the podcast is like, I bring a mix of ODB and Donatello from Ninja Turtles in there. You feel me?
Snap.
So just like really off the top, wacky ideas with a solid logic behind it.
Nice.
Sometimes they listen, other times they don't. But what matters is it's all laughs, all love at the end of the day, no matter what is said, right? And so it's me working with my two colleagues, OG Bueller and Sully Hendricks. And yeah, that's about what the podcast is. What the podcast does.
Oh, beautiful, man! Beautiful, man. So what would you say is important about what you bring to the table in regards to podcasts for the audience? Like what's the most satisfying thing about the content that you produce as the producer of the content?
Oh yeah. One of the most satisfying things about it is seeing folks like be able to enjoy at least an hour of three black men just talking about things they're passionate about. We're not talking about what people bring to the table. We're not talking about how to do what with who. We're talking about why we think this drawn character can be this drawn character and all the shenanigans in between of that, right? I feel like what we bring to the table is the raw joy of like indulging in your passions in a healthy way. Because it's not just us saying, oh, it's our culture and it's only us and we're gonna never let anyone else in, but it's more of us saying, here's how we embrace our culture in the funniest way possible. Because it's just, while we may be watching a Japanese art form, we enjoy it in a black way. So like we're talking through episodes, or we are making fun of what the characters are wearing, because we already know like if someone's coming through with a whack outfit, what are those, right? That's what we bring. That's what we bring to the zeitgeist. That's what we bring to the content. That's what I feel is important when it comes to putting out that product. Making sure that if I listen to an episode, I'm at the lunchroom with my past self and the rest of the podcast. So yeah, that's what satisfies me about the product that I put out.
Nice. Now, how big is it? Do you think? How important is it to be a token of inspiration to others? Like, what does that mean for you being a black creative? These stuff wasn't around when we was younger, man.
No, for sure.
How important is that for you?
It's essential. Like us as black people being able to show others that there are different ways to express ourselves. There isn't exactly behind a mic rapping or behind a ball dribbling. Like that is important because while this is the age of the black creative, there's still skepticism around that. Like, oh, are you really a black creative, or are you just being creative and you just happen to be black? Nah, it's only one way to do it. You know what I mean? And I feel like as we as black creatives start to embrace and really just like work on our craft, it will inspire others to be like, yo, maybe I will have to feel some kind of way because I happen to like something that other people don't like. Because as long as I can market it the proper way, then people will either get interested in it or they'll at least understand that it exists. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like it's important for us to be a token of inspiration in order to get those alternative outlets out there.
Being a podcaster and a creative, what does art mean to you?
Art, that's easy. Art means being as loud as fuck as you can. Art means leaving something behind when you're gone that everyone else is gonna be checking out. Art is making the biggest footprint you can, but making sure that footprint has all the resources needed so that other people can make even bigger footprints, dog. That's what art is to me.
Man, that's beautiful. On that same note, if you could leave a message going forward right now in this moment for maybe a future child, godson, niece, nephew, whatever, the future, what is something that you want somebody to know right now, right here in this moment, based off of everything that you've experienced, your wins, your losses, what is the lesson that you want to pass on today?
That's easy. Labels don't mean shit. If you want something, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter your background, your color, your creed, none of that. If you want it, you go for it, dog. Easy as that. It doesn't matter who likes it. What matters is that you put it out. Because remember, you're putting something out into a world of people, and especially in this day and age with the internet. There's no telling who you're gonna reach. You know what I mean? Like I remember back when we first started the podcast, and we ended up getting listeners in India, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Cats out here playing cricket while listening to the Mobcast. You feel me? So that should be motivation to let you know it doesn't matter what you think you bring to the table. Bring that to the table. That's why it doesn't matter who brings what to the table, dog. Because as long as you bring something to the table, someone's gonna look at it and someone's gonna say something about it. Because that's how people are. And even if people don't say what you like about it, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter because they're still paying attention to what you bring to the table. Bang.
Boom. All right, last question before we go. 3 people that could be Goku. Go.
People that can be Goku. Sailor Moon. A Silver Saint from Saint Seiya. One Punch Man. Easy.
Light work.
Light work. You know what it is.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Bang. Peace.